to the world.
But that doesn't mean that the people who did establish these institutions or sought to free themselves from the tyranny of despots were non-believers.
No, and it's very striking for me that, and I've become rather belatedly aware that because of this 5-year attempt to make sense of the history of democracies as we've come to know them and as we knew them in the past, that with one exception, all previous experiments with using the language of democracy or its family of terms, and all experiments with institutions of power sharing, elections, assemblies, the rights of free speech, and so on, were attached. They were nurtured by, they drew their sustenance from the belief in a transcendent order. In the case of the Mesopotamians, the whole idea of assemblies is bound up with a worldview of, polytheistic worldview, of gods and goddesses, who themselves have assemblies. I mean, they decide things for the world through assemblies. And the Greek experiment with democracy is no exception to this. Think of the importance of the Oracle of Delphi. You go to Delphi, and you are told by the women who mind this oracle of what you should do or what you should avoid. This is a word from the gods and goddesses. It's true in the world of Islam, and the invention of parliamentary assemblies and forms of representative democracy in Europe, for instance, was driven until very recently by various species of belief in a Christian God. There's no doubt, if you look at institutions like the secret ballot or a constitutional convention, these are institutions touched by the hand of Christianity. The exception to which I'm referring is the relatively late tendency of democracies to secularize themselves, and even in some quarters to get rid of the belief that